You there, mailman?
Me?
No, the other black guy in shorts. Yes, you. Here.
Well, you, sir, are a racist, and a rude one at that.
So, you're not a mailman?
Okay, yes, I am a mailman, but these are my 1983 Maurice Cheeks shorts.
See, that's not really racist. It's more like a neutral joke. What they do on this show to Asian Americans and Latino Americans, that's racism. All right, if this was racist, if this was a racist show, a joke, a negative racist joke, they would have had Cleveland in some kind of Shaka Zulu outfit or something like that. But this joke is not even within the vicinity of racism. I mean, he's not talking like a hood black guy. He's talking like a white collar, a black guy. He's not made out to be like really, really, really dark. He doesn't have a stereotypical drug. He's not selling drugs, etc. It's not a racist joke, this joke.
Well, may not be that bad, Lois. I could see about getting back my old job as a police sketch artist. Now, did you get a look at the man who assaulted you?
I did.
Okay, can I get a description?
Yeah, he was probably around 5'9", 5'10".
Which is it, 5'9" or 5'10"?
I'd say 5'10".
Okay, we'll go 5'9" and a half. And now, how old was he?
Late 30s, maybe 37. I don't know, anywhere between 35 and 40.
Okay, well, let's say 37. How about ethnicity?
Yeah, he was Asian American.
Asian American. We talking Korean? We talking Thai? We talking Vietnamese?
Maybe Korean. Could have been Japanese, but I think Korean.
Okay, Korean. Now, how about identifying characteristics? Any marks, piercings?
He may have had a tattoo.
He may have had a tattoo? Did have a tattoo? Which one was it?
I don't know. It all happened so fast.
You know what? It's fine. I have a preliminary sketch here. Is this the man who assaulted you?
Yeah, so this joke right here is racist. All right, it's racist because it falls back on some really, really racist stereotypes. I mean, back with the Cleveland joke, they didn't make Cleveland out to be a really black, dark, Sambo kind of person. And this joke is what they did as far as an Asian was concerned. They made the whole Asian, quote-unquote, Sambo person out of this joke, which is like a racist joke. This is a racist joke. The Cleveland joke, normally when they do jokes on this show, when it comes to blacks, it's always neutral. It's always neutral or it's always positive stereotype. You never actually see the racism in the joke. But when it comes to Asians, Latinos, etc., you can see the racism in the joke. The negative racism in the joke. There's levels to this. So anybody who watches this show and says that they do racist jokes against blacks is absolutely wrong. If anything, what they do when they do these jokes is it benefits black people because it calls out racism, A, and B. It shows them in with the most positive stereotypes you can possibly think of. And this is why I call this show absolutely stereotypically, selectively racist. Because they're afraid to do real jokes on blacks and Jews.
Can this day get any more stressful?
So again, with the racist, stereotypical Asian joke, that this show loves to do that because they can get away with it. They really can't get away with doing any kind of Sambo character on the show, doing any kind of really hood rat stuff on this show.
Showtime at the pump! What? I'm tired. It has nothing to do with the fact that it's a black show. What, I can't be tired at 1 a.m?
Yeah, so again, I can't see why this joke was even put in this considered to be racist. You know, it didn't even deal with any kind of drug dealing. It didn't even deal with any kind of real black hood rat stereotype. It didn't. Okay, it was a neutral joke. It was a non-racist joke, maybe racial in nature, but there's a big difference between racism and racial jokes. It wasn't even a racist joke.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you, being a slave is a much worse job than the temp agency made it sound. You gonna eat all that possum?
I am.
I'm a runaway slave.
I'm running away because people want me to wear shoes and comb my hair. So I guess we got the exact same problem.
Didn't kill anybody.
Nope, that wasn't even a racist joke either. Because if this show ever did any kind of real racist jokes against blacks will know. Blacks will know what that racism is. All right? Like, if Cleveland was made out to be some short, really, really, really dark, charcoal dark character on the show, short, skinny, charcoal dark character on the show, that would have been racist. And Cleveland talked in a really thick ghetto accent. If he talked in a really thick ghetto accent, or he talked in an African accent of some kind, they do this all the time when it comes to Asian Americans, Latino Americans on the show. But the way they pull it off, this is not a racist joke.
Oh my God. Is this what black people see all the time? What? You guys know?
Yeah, again, that's not even a racist joke. I don't see what the racism in that joke is. Is that what black people see all the time? You know, there's really nothing that is anywhere close to negative as far as that joke is concerned, and it's not even funny.
Each other?
Know each other? Peter Jerome is an old boyfriend of mine.
What?
Oh, sorry, I was out of it. Wait, are we being robbed?
Can I help you, sir?
Yeah, that's not even racist. All right, that's not even racist. Let me tell you why that's not racist. Okay, Jerome is not some, charcoal black stereotype. All right, he might talk with like a little bit of a thick black accent, but he's not one of these he's not one of these negative stereotypes, man. And on top of that, they actually gave Lois a black boyfriend. Why even do this? I mean, when was the last time they actually gave Lois an Asian boyfriend? When was the last time they gave Lois a Latino American boyfriend or Arab boyfriend? It's just giving a positive spin on black dudes. It's not racist. That's not even racist. All right, and having Stewie say, "Are we being robbed?" Not really a racist thing. All right, I mean, it doesn't come off as racist. Okay, there's a way that these people in the media, there's a way that these Jews, these blacks, and these white people in the media, they'll configure the scenes, they'll configure the script, they'll configure the wording so that it might come off racial. And there's a huge difference between coming off racial and coming off racist. All right, you can feel racism. You can feel racism, and it'll hit you in the gut. Like, I'm offended. Versus racial, where you're watching this and you're like, okay, so they had one bad joke, maybe, but then they had another good joke as a quid pro quo to that joke so that it evens it out. They don't seem to do that for Asian Americans, Latino Americans, etc., etc. They'll absolutely go out their way to put out a really, really nasty, racist, stereotypical jokes against these people. And then when it comes to blacks, they'll find a way to put a positive spin on it where any kind of negativity that's in the joke gets taken out, any kind of racism in the joke that gets taken out, and it just becomes a racial joke.
I'm doing my mail route, Joe.
Maybe you'd be more comfortable talking about it down at the station.
You're right. It is more comfortable here.
The police station. Come for the racial profiling. Stay for the comfort.
We gotta find...
No. You know what? It doesn't hit as racial. It doesn't hit as racist. That joke does not hit as racist. All right? I'm going to continually go down this path because Black people know what racism is. All right, they'll call anybody out on racism. If you can laugh at these kind of jokes, it's not racist. All right, it's not racist.
Someone who works here.
Can I help you, sir?
Sorry, all I got is a quarter, pal. Oh, excuse me, sir. My buddy here is looking for a computer. I would like to elect you president. Hey, you all remember the plan?
Nope. Not in any way racist at all. I don't see the racist connotation with that. Black guy, he's not ridiculously dark. He doesn't have he's not wearing his clothes like a hood guy, somebody in the hood would wear. You know, he speaks in a white scent, and then he puts on glasses, and all of a sudden he's considered whiter. But the whole connotation of it, there's nothing racist about it. No, nothing racist about it.
We walk up wearing our Bill Cosby masks.
Peter, that's President Obama.
Oh, did I just do a racism?
Yeah, I don't see the racism in that. You know, I guess the joke is all black people look alike, but Obama's a president. Bill Cosby is another rich black person. You know, if they wanted to put a spin on that, they could take out, you know, Tupac Shakur mask and then do a joke that he kind of looks like Ice-T or something like that, even though Ice-T is kind of white.
Well, at least I didn't get robbed. And what can I do for you four fine black gentlemen today?
On your marks, get set.
Yeah, so that joke, I really can't say that joke is that racist, because we all know what the situation is with black crime. I mean, if they wanted to make a real black joke about it, they could have 4 black guys, you know, in a scene, really dark, really dark, maybe in hood rat clothes, beating the crap out of him. You know, I don't see how that's racist, man.
White guys, go!
I have high hopes for this. I had a Cliff Bar before we started.
Everybody else!
Phew, I thought they were coming after us.
I mean, what kind of a...
Yeah, so I gotta be honest with you, that joke right there was extremely racist towards white people. All right, it's ridiculous how these people are actually able to flip a joke, and instead of the racism being focused towards, you know, the blacks, they actually made it focused towards the whites. It's ridiculous. You know, that's it. This is what they do. This is how they do as far as flipping things, as far as changing the jokes up in a way, in the wording, so that they can actually kind of do a racial joke without actually being racist about it. But they don't give that kind of consideration when it comes to every other race.
And would I be if I ran off now?
Well, you'd be a black man.
Wow, whoa, what was that?
I'm sorry, that was my father talking.
You, gotta work on that, man. Bad dog.
We're at an impasse.
Yeah, man, that's not even racist. That's actually just calling out Brian's racism. It's actually a teaching moment. That's not even anything that should be considered part of this whole compilation. I've always known that the Family Guy have always had these jokes about blacks and Jews that are kind of racial, but they're never racist. It's never in that mean-spirited negative tone like this next scene right here, where...
How do you propose we settle this?
We have fight, but I pick venue.
Deal.
Round one,
You guys ever notice how on this show, particularly the earlier, when I say earlier, maybe like less than a couple years ago, every single Asian male on this show is some Asian male stereotype. I mean, the worst of the nastiest stereotype. It's always some fob Asian dude speaks in a thick accent. Are there no Asian? Do none of these people, Seth MacFarlane, any of these writers, know any Asian Americans who speak with a perfect Asian American accent? It's always the most negative, most racial, most stereotypical joke when it comes to Asian males. They're okay with Asian females, but it's still particularly the most racist thing possible when they put out these jokes with Asians and Latinos. The Latina housekeeper is essentially a Latina Mamie. All right, they're black Mamies. Consider if they actually put that out as far as a black version of Consuela. They would be called out on it and they would be kicked out. This show would have been canceled a long time ago. These Asian male characters are essentially Asian Sambo characters. The most, if they could get, he's essentially, these characters, these racist Asian characters on this show are essentially Stepin Fetchit types. Stepin Fetchit, Sambo types. They're always speaking weird accents. They're always fobs. Asian Americans have been in this country since the 1800s. They can't even include an Asian American male character on the show that speaks perfect English.
You lose.
What? Say the word? Right now?
Yeah, together. Ready?
You bet.
You could have just quit the show.
We're not the first people to be dragged off against our will.
Are we there yet?
No.
Are we there yet?
No.
Are we there yet?
Damn it, I swear to God, I will turn this ship around.
That works.
Okay, teach us a lesson.
Yeah, that's even better.
All right, if that's what you... Wait a minute!
Now return to Damn Nature.
Yeah, so that joke I don't see. Like, they're slaves from Africa, yet they speak perfect English. And they're not dark. Like, that joke would be a racist joke if these dudes on the ship were like 100% black. Like, if they made them charcoal black and they either had like a really thick hood accent, like, yo, listen, if you turn back to the ship right now, you know that hood accent? They could have made this really racist if they did that. Instead, they spoke in one of these white sense. They don't put a street hood accent with these characters, and not only that, but they don't even put an African accent with these characters, and they're not crazy dark. Like these slaves directly from Africa at the time were not mixed with any white, so they would be like 100% dark. Or they could have had like Toby from what's that 70s show, Roots? They could have had like a Toby character on it. Like, they know what to do as far as just tempering it so that it's racial, but it's not racist, which is ridiculous, because they don't do this for any other group of people.
You scary on BET.
Damn, that motherfucker run fast. You see that shit? That thing come by my house, I kill it.
I'm no different than my peers.
Yeah, so I don't know. To me, that's just racial. I don't look at it as racist. If you could actually laugh at that, and not only can you laugh at that, but it's always evened out though. You know, the rest of all the blacks on this show, they either, let me see, there's a black judge, there's a black lawyer, there's a black post office guy, Cleveland. All the blacks, particularly the main ones, they always speak in this neutral whitish tone that's not hood. They don't do hood accents on any of these people on most of the times, and they don't actually charcoal them black. the black characters, you made these Asian characters to be like really stereotypical. Why not make these black characters to be stereotypical?
Rosa Parks, Nelson Mandela, Dr. Martin Luther King. Hey, did you ever notice he has the names Doc and Marty in his name?
Let it go.
Hello, Twitter. And I have to move out again. Little.
Yep, I don't. Nope, that's not even racist. That's not. I don't see the racism in that. Nope.
There wasn't this much tension when the slaves were freed. Okay, so you're free to go. But we're cool, right?
Oh, God, there's 4.
Yeah, listen, that would have been racist if they made that little black character into a little pygmy black guy. Instead, they made him, you know, a stereotypical Sambo pygmy black guy. That joke would have been a little bit racist. You know what? Yeah, that joke would have been racist if they made that black guy to be like some small black charcoal pygmy. But they didn't. Okay, the guy, you know, they made him to be big, made him to be a little bit lighter, and there was no stereotypical black features in that guy.
Be the slaves, it's a bad idea. They're trying to get back at us, and that's our biggest fear.
Jail isn't prison. Prison is big and...
Yeah, that joke wasn't really racist towards blacks as much as it made white people look racist. If you really think about it, okay, who are they laughing at with that? Who are they laughing at on that joke? They're laughing at the whites. They're not laughing at whatever it is that it's not really a black joke. It's an anti-white joke.
Gary, jail is just a sleeping deputy with keys that can be grabbed by a long broom handle or a mischievous dog.
Do black people ever go to jail?
No, they go to prison. Oh, Jerome, the place looks great.
Like they could have made that joke a bit longer. They go to prison for rapes. They go to prison for murder. They go to prison for, it's, you know, it just sat there. It's just neutral. It's just neutral.
Yeah, look at you owning a bar. You guys are doing pretty good. First you get to run Somalia, now this. Hey, there's some guys sitting in our booth.
Maybe we should tell them it's our booth.
Uh-huh. Or we could just sit on the floor next to these garbage cans.
White guys scared of every race.
Yeah, that joke essentially was an anti-white joke. That joke was an anti-white joke, guys. That joke was not even an anti-black joke. Like, see, you guys notice how every one of these jokes that's supposed to hit out at black people, they kind of turn it into an anti-white joke. They don't, it's never that zinger that zings black people. It's a zinger that zings white people. You know, they'll zing Brian for being a racist dog. They'll zing these guys for being racist. I mean, think about how they actually manipulate these jokes. When it comes to these jokes, when, you know, you're never actually laughing at the blacks that they're trying to, quote unquote, you know, consider these a racial. You're always laughing at the whites being the racist on this show. However, when you're watching, you know, the Asian characters on this show, or the Latino characters on the show, you're actually laughing at the Latinos. You're not actually laughing at the whites. It's so screwed up, guys. All right, there's so many of these videos where they have like these compilations of racism from the Family Guy against blacks, but there's really not racism against blacks on the show. They only do positive and neutral stereotypes on the blacks. But they do like really heinous racist stereotypical jokes on Asians, on Latinos, on gays, on trans, on anybody who they could get away with. But as far as the blacks concerned, they don't really go to like the deep stereotypes that exist out there. They don't even, they know what the boundaries are. They don't touch on that. It's just selective racism is what it is.